In this video, we're going to talk about bedtime challenges. So what do I mean by bedtime challenges? You may have a toddler, or you may have a 12-month-old and older who's now starting to challenge bedtime. This could be because they're overtired. This could be because they're undertired. So we need to really look at their wakeful window, which I've mentioned in the other video previously. So look at the wakeful window for your little one. Is the window from the last nap really big for your child? And so now they've come to a stage where they are so tired that they are fighting their sleep. They are running on some cortisol, some adrenaline hormones that have been released due to the fact that the wakeful window has been too long for them. So when it comes to bedtime, they just don't want to go to sleep. This is a very common behaviour when a child is overtired. The opposite to that is your child undertired? So lots of toddlers at this age, between 12 to 3 years old, miss naps in the afternoon, but then they nod off at around about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you think, oh, it's just a quick snooze, let them have that nap. Then comes bedtime at 7 o'clock and they're just not tired enough. Even though that was just a quick snooze, that quick snooze can boost them for a few hours. And so it's really important that if you decide to not give your child a nap, then you need to bring bedtime much earlier. And what do I mean by much earlier? I would say bedtime at around about 5:30, 5:45 for a child that does not nap anymore is absolutely fine. The reason why it's fine is because we are putting them to bed earlier to restore any lost sleep that they've had during the day. If we then give them a nap at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and expect them to go to bed at 7 or 8, you are probably going to be in a situation where your little one is undertired and just does not want to go to sleep. So try and avoid taking them out in the car or in the buggy at around about 4 o'clock-ish for them to have a quick snooze if you want them to go to bed around about 7 o'clock. You also need to look at children that don't nap at all. If your little one doesn't nap and they've been awake since maybe 6 or 5 in the morning, and then we're putting them to bed at 7 o'clock in the evening because that's bedtime, that potentially could be a really long day for your little one. So when it gets to 7 o'clock, they're going to start misbehaving because it's not something that the body is liking. They are overtired, they're running on adrenaline, they've released all these awake hormones, and the body and the brain are kind of arguing with each other, saying, no, I'm awake, no, I'm tired, and so they're starting to misbehave a little bit, and that's where the challenges come into play. So I would say if your child is an early riser, so any child that's up before 6 o'clock, try and bring bedtime as early as possible. 5:30 in the evening is absolutely fine. And the worst case scenario is they're going to be up again at 5:30, but at least they've had a good 12-hour stretch of sleep. If you are putting them to bed at 7, 7:30, 8, and they're still waking up at 5, that's a lot less of nighttime sleep as opposed to putting them to bed earlier. So please try that if you feel that your child is no longer napping, is early rising, and you're putting them to bed sort of after 7 o'clock. Try bringing that bedtime much earlier. That could help eliminate some bedtime challenges. If you feel that still isn't helping, then potentially your little one may need a nap still, and that nap could be at any time between midday and 1 o'clock. It really depends on the wakeful window of your child, and also what time they woke up in the morning and how well they slept at night. But some children, even up until the age of 4, need that daytime rest in order to get a good night's sleep. So just to summarize, bedtime challenges can be due to undertiredness and overtiredness. It could also be due to the fact that there is no more nappings, but bedtime is still set at a certain time, which tends to be after 7 o'clock. if you feel like you are in any of these situations, please look at the things that I've mentioned and try it out. Have a go. Maybe introduce that nap back in. It may help them, and work off a wakeful window. Don't be rigid on timings. Be flexible. Still have that routine, but really think about when their last sleep was and whether you should bring bedtime earlier.